homie. Come on. This is Bearing. And I am Shane. This is his YouTube channel. This is Beamer. His apprenticeship's almost over. Well, I want to talk to you about the new battery for the EX today. I spent about 3 hours riding in some sloppy, nasty mud for you. I'm pretty freaking tired. But we are getting ready for a sprint enduro that we're holding. Sammy's the scoring director for it, so we were kind of putting it together. We got about 3 inches of rain yesterday, and then we got another like 2 this morning. So it was pretty freaking nasty. The loop that I was working on was almost 2 miles. It was technically 1.7. On both the bikes, I fully charged them, rode them up and down the road, put them on the charger again, made sure they were completely charged. And then as I took off, I went ahead and started on the MX because that's the one I'm used to. That's my bike. And I ran it down to about 8%, and I did 13 laps. It came out to 22.1 miles. It took me about an hour and 24 minutes. If you factor that out, the last of the 8% would have gotten you a 24 to 24.4 total miles. On the EX, take it with a grain of salt because it does not have bibs. Otherwise, it's pretty much the exact same bike. Gearing and everything's the same. I did 15 laps, and that came out to 25.5 miles. Took me an hour and 38 minutes, and I had a whopping 4% left when I was done. If you would have factored that out, it would have done about 26.5 miles. One thing I do want to say, though... What's up? One thing I do want to say, though, is that the EX, when I stopped and I just like let it sit for a while, it crept back up to 6, and then it would do the like 6, 7, 6, 7%, and it crept up. The MX, I don't think has ever done that unless it was just like super stinking hot, like I'm riding around in the sand and I'm just cranking on the throttle and using a bunch of power. But the EX did it, and neither of the bikes ever kicked on the radiator fan. Dude, I told them it was your YouTube channel. I know. Come back. Come on, tell them what you want. Okay, cool, man. This is what you pay me for. But so the data you actually want to know is 9.5%, 10%. That was the improvement. So roughly 10% is what the difference and the benefit that I experienced today. I'm going to test some other different terrains, but this terrain is really a close to worst case scenario for the Starks because it's very heavy. It was a very tight track. So it's a lot of like charging a turn that doesn't have very much flow, heavy power out, a ton of spinning. Like there was like 1 or 2 grass track sections, and I am just like spinning like crazy, and I'm just tilling up the grass. So I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, you only did 25 miles. Like, that's close to worst case scenario. Like, the only other time that I've ever had that bad of mileage was like out in the desert, and I did 22 miles at an enduro, and I'm like, there was a section of the enduro I legitimately hit like 80 miles an hour. So we're pretty close to worst case scenario. I know moto guys can definitely get worse range than that. But if you're buying the EX, I really doubt you're taking it to a moto track as a dude who's doing 45-minute motos. And he's like, man, I bought the EX because I needed that extra 10%. So, but keep watching. We got the video going, and we're going to show you a little bit of what the loop looked like. But keep an eye out for more. I really appreciate everyone that comments, likes, subscribes. It really puts it out there. I'm just a dude that likes talking about dirt bikes. I don't want to be one of these other guys. I just like dirt bikes. Dirt bikes are cool. Anything for them? Yeah? Okay. We'll send you off. Appreciate you guys. You good? Yeah, I'm just waiting on you. Oh.